Good evening and welcome to You Are the Miracle podcast. I am Cheyenne Kramer. This is my better half.
Donald Kramer. Hello, everyone. Hope you're having a great day like we are.
Absolutely. And I hope you've had an opportunity to enjoy this Memorial Day weekend. And, it's interesting. We've come across several people this weekend who weren't as much into the happy celebration of Memorial Day as they were into encouraging us all to stop and just pause for a moment and remember the real meaning behind this day. And I know that you don't necessarily, resonate heavily with Memorial Day because even though you're a veteran, you're still here, which is a good thing. But it's so important for us to stop and think just for a bit about the people who were willing to give their lives. And by the fact that you are a veteran, you were willing.
Yes, veterans.
All veterans were willing to give their lives so that we could be free. And I just think that's such an important thing to stop and think about. I mean, do you have any perspective on Memorial Day that you would share?
Well, all I can say is a lot of brothers and sisters, which are my veteran family, which is everyone is a veteran. Some did not come home, and they gave us the freedom we have today.
That's a fact.
That we're able to go out and enjoy a beautiful day, be with our families. They gave it all.
And there's been many. I mean, goes back a long ways in the history of this country.
Yes.
So, it's definitely worth pausing and thinking a bit about. And I actually was reading an email this morning that I thought I would just kind of share a little excerpt out of this email. And I'm not sure if it'll show up all that well here, but it is here. And actually, you may be able to see it better than we do on our little screen here. But this actually is part of Abraham Lincoln's speech after the end of the Civil War. And it seems like it is as relevant today as it was back then. And, he was talking about that we need to remember the cause for which all these people, were devoted to. He says that we here highly resolved that these dead shall not have died in vain, that this nation under God shall have a new birth of freedom, and that government of the people, by the people, for the people, shall not perish from the earth. I think that is the most important words that we can stop and think about when it comes to thinking about Memorial Day, because that is the truth of it all. We don't want to have lost all these precious lives in vain. And that really is a core message behind why we're doing this podcast. Because the beauty of people that gave their lives so that we could be free and so that we could help to pay forward with our own activities that sense of freedom, so that our children's children and their children can also have that sense of freedom. And I think that is the most important thing, is for people to just stop and think about, even if there's just little things that we can do. What are little things that we can physically do ourselves to share our gifts with the world, with our children, with their children, and help to pay forward that idea of freedom that has been embedded in the soil of the United States of America for a very long time. Do you have any other thoughts on that? That's a pretty important concept at this point, wouldn't you say?
Yes, that was very well spoken by you.
Well, it's the whole purpose of You Are the Miracle. We're here to let people know you are the miracle. And please don't let our fallen soldiers that have kept this country free for so long, do not let them have died in vain. do whatever you can do, even if it's the smallest thing. You have a gift. You have a gift that's been given to you by a loving creator that only you can bring to the planet. If you don't do it, nobody else can do it exactly the way that you do.
It's true.
So, we absolutely are just, this is our message. We're going to continue with it in lots of different ways. This all kind of melds in with why we're here in Raleigh right now, getting ready to do a suicide prevention event. Again, because we value human life. We know that human life is extremely valuable and has the ability to create fabulous things, because we were made in the image and likeness of what?
Yeah.
A creator.
And I just have to say, one suicide is too many.
It's true. It's true.
And it's just, in our veterans, I guess there's approximately 22 suicides a day.
At least.
How many young people, how many college students have in the past?
Well, and there's plenty of news right now about a young person who had an incredible career headed as a golfer.
Yes.
And we just lost them here in the Raleigh area. So it's sad. It's sad when people can't feel that value that we all have and don't understand how important they are to the very fabric of our society. We talk a lot about super puzzles. We each were born with a puzzle piece that if we identified it and we were actively creating it, we truly believe, and this was why this guy ran for governor here 12 years ago. I can't believe it was that long ago.
12, going 13. Yeah.
Yep. Amazing. But that was the whole thing, was we're trying to bring to light the idea that if we all were building our unique puzzle piece, we would be living on a planet with plenty of health, plenty of prosperity, and peace for all. So please, remember our fallen people on this Memorial Day. Be grateful to the veterans who did make it home, for the folks who are still in other places working to protect our freedom. And please, please remember to stop and value the freedom you've been given and value who you are as a miracle on this planet right now. Because together, we can make it a much more prosperous, peaceful, and healthy planet. But it takes all of us. Don't ever take our freedom for granted, because freedom is not free. We thank you for listening to our short Memorial Day message, and we'll see you again next week on You Are the Miracle. We hope to see you. We hope that you'll comment, like this, share it around, and just let other people know how valuable they are.
That's right. You're very valuable. Thank you for listening.
Absolutely.
Have a great week.
Have a fabulous week. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.